Hey guys, welcome to my live cooking. I'm quickly prepping my vegetables and going to start to make the eggplant dip, which is really great. You can serve with bread, with different grilled fish or meat. So for my recipe, I'm starting with one carrot. I'm quickly chopping it, and then I will be slicing two onions. I prepped all my vegetables beforehand, so just start cooking process. Okay. If you want to make your dip sweeter, you can use two carrots. But if you want just, like balanced flavors, you can go ahead with one. So I'm using one medium carrot, and then I'm prepping. Hi everyone, welcome to my live cooking. My name is Helena, and I'm making daily live cooking streams where I'm sharing lots of different recipes, very good and flavor based gourmet dishes and Portuguese recipes, Mediterranean recipes. So if you love that, you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel and find lots of inspiration. So for my recipe today, I'm using two eggplants, one red bell pepper, one carrot, two onions, and lots of olive oil, a little bit of cilantro and garlic. And I will be showing you how to make that. So okay, I prepped my big pan. I have like a huge pan to make it. Okay, and I will be adding 3 tablespoons of olive oil. You can also use sunflower oil or vegetable oil, canola oil, avocado oil. But I prefer that to make this recipe with olive oil. I think it works really nice and it tastes really good. Okay, so I'm adding 3 tablespoons of olive oil to my pan, and immediately I'm transferring carrot, and I will start the whole process. In order to cook carrot quickly, you need to season with salt. So as soon as it touches, it will start reducing the juice from carrot, and that's how you have it sweet and delicious. And I'm adding just a little bit of black pepper. Okay. Now I will be chopping two medium onions. I'm using brown onion, but you can also try with the red onion if you like. I tried it and it's really delicious. This recipe is summer based, and because of that we have lots of vegetables. We can prep lots of different dishes. The cool part about this dip that you can serve it like a salad, like a side, and you can add, you can even keep it in the fridge for 2 or 3 days, and then just, if you want, you can reheat that. So it's really delicious. Plus, the more it stays in the fridge, the better flavors you have. So you just need to mix everything together. The cool part that you don't need to reheat it. You can eat it cold, and especially when it's hot, your body needs something delicious and filling, but not hot. Okay, so I'm continue with my carrots. I prepped my onion, and I'll be adding just like in 1 or 2 minutes. And next, I'm moving to eggplant. So for the eggplant, we can go different directions. This recipe that I'm showing you today, I will be using the whole eggplant, and I will leave the skin. But if you want, you can peel the skin and just cook it like it is. I feel like, skin gives a beautiful color to your dish. That's why I will keep that. And I have another recipe that I will show you later with eggplant that you can make in the oven, and that one is really nice and easy and very, very flavorful. But it will be for another day. The reason is that I need like 4 eggplants. I only bought 2 to make this recipe, so I will go and buy more, and then I'll show you how to make that. Okay, as you can see, my carrots are changing their color and they are becoming from the dark orange to yellow kind of. And I will be this at the time when I need to add onion. So I'm transferring my onion. I'm mixing everything together so it looks nice, and delicious. And continue with my eggplant. So you want to have some kind of cubes, you don't need very equal forms of pieces, but you still need some cubes. Eggplant usually cooks very quickly, so you don't need to add them together. Plus, you have some time, just to continue chopping. If you have any questions, please drop me in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying your day. It's very hot here, so I'm trying to omit my oven as much as I can. That's another reason, so I will wait for a few days and then I will make a recipe with eggplant in the oven. Okay. Some recipes are very unique, and when you share something like that, you always want that people should try that and enjoy. Okay, so this is beautiful. And I'm making around 6 servings, 6 to 8, I think. The reason that I'm using two eggplants instead of one, just because the eggplants, when it hits the pan, it shrinks a lot. And if you use just one, you will have, like just one, and it will be like 3 servings. And then when you look at your fridge, you feel like, okay, I need to cook it again. But with this dish and this dip, you can have it for at least 2 days. That's what I like, during summer. You always want to have something to have a bite, and you don't want to cook for the whole day. Okay, that's perfect. And now I'm going to transfer my eggplant, and I need pepper too, but I will be chopping pepper even more than my eggplant. Okay, I need to move quickly. Okay, this is it. I have a different recipe on my website, but I did that with zucchini. So if you love zucchini, you can go ahead and check it. It's Google it, Helena's recipes, and then you can find uh, vegetable ragu. I call that ragu, and because it's a lot of vegetables, and then you saute them for quite some time. But that one is easy. So you basically prep it like in 10 minutes, and then it just cooks on low heat for another 20 minutes. The thing about vegetables that every time when you make them, like different vegetables, different flavors, but they are very nice, easy to make, and delicious. Plus, if you are cooking them, let's say on a pan, they all melt together, and the flavors, just work nicely. So you don't need to add lots of spices, especially for summer vegetables. They get enough sun and water, and they are really delicious. Okay, so time to mix it. And for my mini meatballs, I wrote that I will be making another dish as mini meatballs. And I have a small baguette, and I'm going to serve that on a baguette. I think it will be kind of cute, and delicious. The food should taste not only good but also look nice. So now I will season my vegetables even more. Okay, and one trick that I like to add just a little bit of water so the vegetables start the whole process of steaming, not only frying. For that, I will be using just half of my cup. Okay, so the steaming process is going, and I'm continue with my pepper. I'll just check. Okay, so I think I will stick just to half of my red bell pepper, and I will use this one for another recipe. And I have my tomatoes right here. So after eggplants are ready, I will add some tomatoes and finish my cooking. Okay, here I have one roast tomato, and then I will use one red tomato. I bought it yesterday. Let me. Oh, it smells so good. You know, like when summer tomatoes always arriving, they smell so delicious. I just love enjoying and eating them just with a little bit of salt. Okay, so what I am doing now, I'm continue mixing, but now what I need to do, I need to season uh, my eggplant dip, and I will be adding more salt and some spices. Okay, salt is here, and for the spices, we will go with a little bit of oregano. If you like basil, it's nice to add some basil, and I will be adding just a little bit of spicy paprika. Okay, if you want to keep these vegetables like deep consistency, you can do different ways. So the first one, just to keep it like that, but when it's done, it will be creamy and nice with some pieces. But if you want to make it, like deep consistency, you can just transfer it to a blender and just blend it. So in that way, you will have regular dip. Okay, next, I'll be adding my tomatoes. That's a very messy space. Okay, it's done. And now I need to peel garlic because we need to add lots of garlic to our dip. So, like it tastes really delicious. The first thing, and you want to feel some garlic in this dip because eggplant and garlic, they are the best friends. Okay, so for the garlic, I'm going to add think I will add 5 cloves. Let me do that quickly. So if you want to ask me how to make that you can feel the garlic, it's definitely not to adding that right now because the heat will kill the flavor of the garlic. So you need to grate it and then just to add it in the end with cilantro. Also for this dip, I also like to add some dill if I have it. If no, I'm sticking to cilantro and garlic. Okay. And this dip is perfect with bread, even if you just, like dip it with bread. You just eat it with a fork. It's mouth-watering. As soon as we're done with it, we will continue to meatballs. Okay. I think we are done. No, we're not friendly. Okay. Next, we are doing what? We are grating our garlic. Very fun work. Okay. We are moving to the right consistency. As you can see, the tomatoes are reducing their juice and everything mixes together and it will be really, really delicious. Eggplant starts separating so you can see separately seeds and pieces. That's what we are looking for. We are looking for this consistency. Okay, it's two. And I said we need five, so it's three. If you love garlic, you can add more. If you don't, you can just add, just two, three, and you will be good to go. If you love spicy food, just go ahead and add more. Okay. And we have one more. Okay. So this is perfect. Look at that. We have lots of garlic. As you can see from the beginning, uh, that I added 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and I still have it. I didn't add more just for now because I added a little bit of water and then the vegetables start reducing everything, so that's why we don't need to add a lot. But our dip is almost ready. So here, what we will do next, I will chop some cilantro. I had it from yesterday, So I'll quickly chop it. You can add as many as you want, but I'm shooting for 3 tablespoons. Hi, Emma. Welcome to my live cooking. Hi, everyone. I hope you're enjoying your day. Okay, it's done. So if you want to add more, you can add just a little more of olive oil. And we are finishing with the whole process. Okay, all vegetables are done. Just reduce the temp a little bit to low heat again. And now I am transferring all my garlic and going to mix everything together one more time. And same with cilantro. So I'm adding all my cilantro here. Okay. And so if you want to get a zesty flavor, it's time to add just a little bit of vinegar. I'm adding 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar. So basically what vinegar does, it just, like hits all the flavors together and just pumps up so you have all flavors nicely mixed and very, very delicious. So my kitchen smells amazing and my dip is ready. So what we can do now, we can we can transfer this eggplant dip to a blender and just mix it everything together so you have the consistency of a cream. But you can also leave it like that and serve it like with this kind of consistency and just serve it with bread or with meat, with chicken, probably grilled chicken or fish. Okay, so we are done. It's ready. And we are moving to the next dish. Okay, so that's the consistency. You can take a look. Smells amazing. Okay, just a little bit. So for my next dish, I will be making mini meatballs. So I have 1 day old bread, which is like that. Yeah, Portuguese bread is really cool one. So you buy it from the bakery and then I'm sorry, buy it from the bakery and then the next day just looks like this. But the cool part, as soon as I will start adding milk, it will be soft again. So I like adding and cooking the meatballs with bread and not with breadcrumbs. Sometimes I'm making with breadcrumbs, but I feel like when we are mixing fresh bread with a little bit of milk, it gives a lot of sweet flavors to your meatballs, and then when you eat them, you really enjoy that. I think we just need just a little more. And usually you don't need a lot of time. You just keep it like that for 10-15 minutes or even less. And then you just squeeze it and then you have perfectly mix of bread and milk. You should definitely try it. If you never tried it with white bread, you go ahead and try it. It's really nice and delicious. Okay. So it's almost ready, you know. You can always help to mix everything together with your hands. Okay, that's it. So leave it for a few minutes, and then I'm going to mix my beef with eggs and with spices. Okay, that's my meat, and then I'm going to add one egg, just one. Okay, salt, one garlic. We are in a garlic mood today, so I'm adding garlic. I'm not going to add onion. Usually, I like also to add some onions to meatballs, but today I'm just want to keep the garlic flavors pop in. Okay, and I'm adding some oregano. I'm using dry herbs, and I will be adding some thyme, just a little bit. So if you want, you can also add other spices like paprika, or spicy paprika, rosemary, whatever you like. But I'm just sticking to my basics, okay? Okay, so I'll quickly mix in everything together. And for the bread, so as you can see, we have a little bit of liquid, but we will get rid of that through the sifter. Okay, we don't need extra milk. Okay, just like that. Yeah, it will be so good. Okay. Basically, if you don't want to do that with the bread, in case you don't want that, you can just go with the breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs are also great, but adding a little bit of milk always gives this nice and sweet flavor. Okay. I have different recipes on my YouTube channel with meatballs. So if you love meatballs, you can just go ahead and look in the search for meatballs, and you can find. I'm mixing different vegetables to them, and I'm serving with different stuffs and sides. I remember one recipe that I made a year ago, and it was meatballs, mini meatballs, I think with the flatbread and sweet tomato sauce, and it was absolutely divine. I still remember that recipe because it was so good. So if you love kind of that flavors, you can just try it. So as much as you like mix everything, you have the right consistency, and you don't have any liquid. Okay, I think it's done. So I'm grabbing my pan and I will be cooking on olive oil today, I think. But I also like to cook on sunflower oil. I think sunflower gives really nice flavor. Okay. Okay, so I'm using a little bit of flour just prevent my meatballs, like from sticking to a pan. And I also love that flour creates a very beautiful small crust. So it's good. The cool part about meatballs that you can also make different sauces with them, tomato sauce or cream sauce or mustard and cream, uh, merumi sauce, lots of different sauces. I think my favorite is tomato sauce, but I'm usually like experimenting with different sauces. I think last week I made the gnocchi in zucchini sauce, and it was absolutely divine. So I would probably serve my meatballs with that type of sauce because I think they really work together too, really beautifully. I want to fit everything on my pan. I'm not sure that I can do that, but it's a challenge. I usually like to spread out, but here I can definitely see that I can fit. Yay, we did that. Look at that. So as you can see, that I use just a little bit of flour and it creates simultaneously very beautiful crust on top of my meatballs. Yeah, I need just a little more space, but I think I will be alright. Yum, smells so good. They are very gentle right now, but as soon as I'm done frying them, I can make some sauce and just serve it with the sauce. I think with the sauce I'll go with tomato paste, and then I will add just a little bit of cheese, a little bit of water, and it will be divine. Okay, and the last part is our baguette. So I'm going to slice my baguette right now, and I will start wrapping everything together. Okay, baguette is ready. I know that inside they are not ready, quite ready yet, but what I like to do, I like to add tomato sauce now, and then I'm adding a little bit of water. So this creates simultaneous sauce. You don't need to get rid of the meatballs and then make a sauce and then continue again and again. So you are creating everything on one pan, less messy work, and just more flavors because you already cooked in olive oil your meatballs, and the pan has all of these delicious juices. So you just continue mixing everything, and here what you can do, you can the only thing that it's just drips from the sauce. So you can do what you can do. You can add some cream if you like, or you can add some cheese. I will be adding a little bit of cheese. I have grana padano. And the cool part that I have just a little bit of sour cream and I'm going to add to my sauce. You can go with sour cream or reduced fat cream, up to your preference. Okay, so sour cream creates these creamy flavors and textures, and it's just so good. Okay, it's a little messy, but I will clean it later. I'm not worried about that right now. Okay, this is nice. Okay, so everything is ready, and I'm ready just to serve. Okay, so all. Okay, so that's my dish today. I've made this eggplant dip with meatballs, and I will be enjoying that in a moment. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed my live stream today, and hope to see you very soon. Have a good day. Bye.